I'm back in the home gym today and we're going to be reviewing another gym product. These are BFR training cuffs, blood flow restriction cuffs that I got. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why I like these bands, but let's do a quick review of just BFR training in general. One of the big benefits to BFR training at home is it allows you to get adaptations, a few different types of adaptations, using lighter loads. So the big benefit to people using these type of products in their home gym is maybe you don't have a full home gym. Maybe you've only got a couple dumbbells or a couple bands or body weight. You can pick these up and it'll allow you to significantly increase the adaptations you can get from your training using lighter loads. The simple way that it works is you put some sort of cuff that occludes the blood, so it prevents some of the blood from traveling back. So typically with these kind of blood flow cuffs, they prevent the venous blood return, but they don't prevent the arterial blood from getting to the muscle. So that's one of the benefits we'll talk about a little bit with these. But the blood flow cuff is going to restrict blood flow. In doing that, it's going to create more stress to the tissues. And with the more stress to the tissues, it'll create a hypoxic effect, meaning low oxygen. It'll increase the metabolites that are in the muscle tissues themselves without increasing the mechanical damage. It'll increase the metabolic effect. And that will also send signals to the body for a systemic effect that will increase the flow of growth hormone and increase anabolic signaling overall. So typically, you need significantly heavy loads to create that kind of signaling, and you need to create a lot of mechanical stress to the tissue, meaning going to failure with heavy loads and really creating a lot of stress on the muscle tissue. As you can see, that the benefit to this at home is if I use the BFR cuffs, I can basically get a much harder workout, harder meaning the way my body is responding to that workout, with lighter loads. So I don't have to lift as heavy, I don't have to have as much equipment, so that's a huge benefit, or I don't have to go as hard on cardiovascular training. There's a handful of different cuffs out there, but what you have to think about now, you can go with the cheaper version, which is basically just wrapping a strap around, but that could be a little dangerous only because you don't really know the tension of that. So there's no way to gauge how hard you're going, how much it's actually occluding the blood, and how much it's creating a restriction there. Now, you might feel that there's going to be that you're not getting blood to the limbs. Obviously, that's the point. So that there has been research on like how dangerous this is, and people always think that if they wrap that thing off, that they're going to lose a limb if they don't allow the blood flow. But there are contraindications to this, so I definitely recommend you doing your research before you just strap on some cuffs and start working out. But the reason I really like these cuffs is, one, they've got the leg cuff and the arm cuff that are different sizes, not only different thickness, but also different length, so that it's a little bit better for those limbs. You can buy a whole bunch of different sizes of the cuff. So you see I've got a blue and a red here based on the size of my arm and leg. And you can buy the different sizes based on your actual body so that they fit you a little bit better. And it has these are using airflow, so that you actually pump air into these. Instead of having one single bladder that's across the whole thing, they have multiple air bladders which inside of them. So it creates a little bit more comfort and a little more balanced pressure. You have this dial that actually shows you the pressure that you're creating. So you can make sure that they're even, because one thing that can be off very easily is I may have my left arm and my right arm and have very different pressures, and it's a little hard to sense it. So now there are more expensive versions that have much bigger, more computerized systems. These ones are going to run you, I think they cost between $400 and $450, I believe what I paid for these. So basically what you do is you put them on, you pump them up to the desired resistance, and then you can do different types of exercise with it depending on the adaptation that you're looking for. The other great part about these is they're super durable. I have a handful of friends who use these. I know some military operators that use these, and they beat them up a lot, and they're long lasting. The Velcro is lasting. I mean, I've used them a good amount of times, and they look pretty much new. So you can beat these things up. They're very durable. They're one of the top, I'd say, 3 or 4 types of cuffs that are out there. If you are going to do BFR training, again, make sure you do your research, look up how to do it, make sure you're doing it safely and effectively, and then you can look and pick up some of these BFR cuffs. let me know what you think of it. Have you done any BFR training? Have you guys been doing that stuff? And what have you been using it for? I'm really interested in the XPT family. If you guys are interested in BFR training, have you been using it for injury rehab? Have you been using it for just making workouts harder? Have you been using it for hypertrophy? So thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think of the BFR cuffs, and we'll see you next time for another product review.